One of the hardest things that I ever found in my life to control is actually sexual desire. Being a boy, being a man, no, being a boy, I'm still a boy. It's one of the hardest things to control or contain. Every now and then you will think about sex. Basically, we are wired like that. Basically, men are wired like that. Men, boys, anything, whatever. So, when I'm focused, when I'm exhausted, physically exhausted, or when so focused on something, when I am just doing something that's physically extinguishing me, I don't think about sex. I don't think about porn. I don't think about masturbation. Nothing like this because I'm actually concentrated on something. But whenever I get a leisure time, whenever I just sit down and just feel like I don't have nothing to do, these thoughts come to me. Or these algorithms that actually telling me what I am supposed to see or showing me what I am interested in. They bring these kind of triggers into your life. Algorithms are like they will give you those kind of triggers that that just excites your attention, excites your very own being and makes you focus or see that thing for a longer duration. So the longer you spend on a video, the algorithm understand that this person is interested in that. So whenever something like that related to porn, sex, or something that comes up, basically boys tend to spend some time on that. Even though they don't want to masturbate or just have sex, they tend to spend their time on that, and that's what they are feeding upon. And also when you are doing something like growing, you need energy. It's an energy consuming process. But masturbation or sex actually drains all of your energy and just exhausts you. And this exhaustion results, it creates a chain of events that will eventually alter how your tomorrow is going to be. And that's one thing that we should watch out for, because you can't change those algorithms, you can't change those feeds. The only thing that you can change is your mindset. When you're physically exhausted, you don't have much time to think, and that's one thing, that's one way of approaching things. Because make your body physically exhausted, that's one way of doing it. So then you can see sleep well, you don't need to think, you don't need to overthink, you just focused. And that's how it works, just physically exhaust yourself. And my hydro journey, I was thinking lately, like what should I say, if everything goes downhill, which is a very rare probability, okay, even though if everything goes downhill, you just mentally accept that situation and you feel like, yeah, this is the worst that could happen to me. And if you actually accept the worst, you have ground to place your foot on and then build from that. Actually, that gives you room to think. So accepting the worst gives you room to think. And actually, what you really need is some room to think. Because when you're actually focused on the outcomes of the future, you tend to overlook those things and just become panicked or become nervous or become so confused that you don't know what you're going to do next. So I would say accept the worst that could happen to you, then you will have some space to think. And what the worst that could happen to me? I won't become any taller. But what the best that could happen to me? I become 175 centimeters tall. So what if the worst happens? Like I'm going to the gym, I'm uploading videos, of me saying these crazy things, of these fascinating things, or being delusional about all these things, being questioning all the reality, all the laws that I am came across, and it gives me some kind of euphoria in doing all these things. I know all euphoria are ephemeral, but I don't care. My English has actually improved, and the way I present myself, the way I carry myself, the way I talk to people, the way I feel confident in myself, all these things changed. And this is only because I started posting these videos, and I have a crazy idea to grow taller at 25 years old. So right now I'm 160.5 centimeters tall, and I'm becoming tall every day of my life until I become 175 centimeters tall in 28 February 2028. That's it.